And you've got the Vineyard Max all in here.
Yeah, we got Vineyard Max back over here. I think that north breeze should be pushing this way, so it's...
Look, and Jeff, we're starting to see deer, so hopefully they'll start showing up here in a little bit as well, too.
Wrapped up our Venison Procurement operation here with Luke and Larry here at Larry's Lease. Tell us the story, Larry. What happened here?
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life.
This is one of the places that we first started putting out Vineyard Max. First time we put it out, I told Luke, I don't want to put it by the feeder, I want to put it a long way off, because sometimes these deer are very finicky, but we put it out and that same afternoon they started feeding on it. So one of the things that amazed me. And kind of do what I said, just do, there you go. I mean, here I'm pulling with my knife, and guess what? Guess he shows me how to do that.
Well, you know, Vineyard Max.
We kind of drizzle it.
Look right here.
We put a pile where
Right, look at there.
we got.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, this will bring them in.
Bring them in from
Vineyard
far.
Max, yep.
You know what?
Good
This is the first
stuff.
place that we all use together. Vineyard
It is.
Max, right?
It is.
And we were all wondering, and then we weren't wondering when we got in that stand. And these
No,
bait
there's
piles
no
covered up.
wondering now. It will happen. They will
Well,
come.
there you got the stand right there and the feeder back there, and you've got the Vineyard Max all in here.
Yeah, we got Vineyard Max back over here. I think that north breeze should be pushing this way, so it
Yeah.
should be a lot of room. But a lot of times those deer come in from the backside over here as well.
Let's check that out. You want to?
Yeah, let's walk back here and we'll put out a little bit more. We got about a third of a bag left. Uh-oh, what do you got there?
Wait a minute. That's a piece of napped flint, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, take a look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is.
Comanches were in this country
That's
big
the
time.
first piece of nap flint I've found.
Is that
out
right?
here.
Out here? Yeah.
Hadn't looked a whole lot, but it's definitely, you can see it's been
Oh, yeah.
chipped.
Yeah.
And then probably looked like it had been in a fire too. It's got little dings out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
That was right here on the
Very cool.
the deer coming through here. It uncovered with that topsoil, and
Well, all this country at one time or another there were buffalo in this area, and then also there were pronghorn antelope scattered all in through here as well too. But there were a lot of buffalo here come down. I'm not sure if that's been napped or not. Looked like it'd been chipped on.
look
there.
at that.
Yep.
Possibly so.
Somebody was probably sitting around here somewhere and
Yep.
napping on flint.
Yep.
Now you got me looking at the ground. You shouldn't do that. I'll be looking at the blasted ground the whole time instead of looking
There,
at the deer.
there's a healthy crop of fillery here too, isn't there?
Yes, there is. That's what really carries these deer throughout the year, through this time of year. All this little stuff right here, all that's little fillery.
Yeah.
And usually, a little earlier, you can see here, it turns red on the bottom a lot of times like that. But there's a fair amount of it here.
And you have me convinced that that's one of the reasons it's venison in these deer in this part of the country. Those that we had last year are excellent eating. And you said
This venison here, to me, is some of the best tasting venison you'll find anywhere in the world.
it's awful
It
good.
just amazes me.
and you think the fillery is a big part of it.
I think the fillery is the primary part of it.
Yeah.
That's about what they're eating right now. We get one down, we'll open it up and
Yeah.
double check.
It's January 26th. Got Luke and Jeff hunting and a couple other blinds. A lot of deer tracks. It's really dry. The deer are hungry. We put out Vineyard Max earlier today around the 3 stands we're going to be hunting for a while. Hopefully, still looking for a really good buck. Big 8-point. But I've got Luke and Jeff both trying to shoot a management buck, a management 8-pointer, something with less points. It's got some age on them, and there's several of them here. Unfortunately, some of the bucks have already started losing their antlers, but hopefully the ones we're after are not quite there yet. We're also going to try to shoot several does. Just going to kick back this afternoon, kind of sit here, sitting close to a feeder as well too, and travel way where I've seen deer in the past. Got vineyard max scattered around out here, so see what happens. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and should get better as the afternoon progresses. Nice and cool. Pretty darn nice out here today. There are about 20 or so morning doves on the Vineyard Max. Probably about 6 or 8 blue quail. They love it. Luke and Jeff are starting to see deer, so hopefully they'll start showing up here in a little bit as well too.
Well, friends, I am settled in. Jeff Rice is probably about a mile off to my west, and Larry's down the road probably a half a mile, looking at another valley. Sitting here watching a corn feeder. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. A bunch of big open country, but I've got a rifle and a scope right here that's up to the task. This is Stealth Vision scope, and I've shot it lately out to 600 yards. It was a minute of angle with it. And a CVA Cascade rifle. This thing is chambered in 6.5 PRC. We're shooting Hornady ammo. About time for old Luke to get quiet. Let's see what we can show. I want to show you this country though out here. It is big open country. I could have a 300-yard shot, or I could have a 80-yard shot. Who knows? But the weather's just right. I'm pretty optimistic. This old country out here, folks, goes on and on forever. Pretty good little peak right over there. This is out of the front of my hunting blind here. Same situation back this way. But we baited this area right out through here, and that little clearing right through there with Vineyard Max. So we're hoping any deer crossing right here will stop them. Also have some Vineyard Max right in here too. So let's settle back and see what happens. What do you say? Folks, here I am in some of the best whitetail hunting in West Texas, looking at all these dove. Kind of wish it was dove season. I'd like to have some good dove breast with jalapeno and bacon wraps. Look at all those dove out there. That is a bunch of them coming in still. I've enjoyed those golden kernels too, don't they? Okay, let's settle back and wait for some deer.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech, precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter.
The unfortunate thing is we live in an age of modern technology, so sometimes you can't get away from everything like you'd like to. So, got to try to catch up this morning. We're forming a DSC chapter along the Gulf Coast area of Texas, and trying to get in touch with the guys there. We're in the last stages of getting that done right now. So hopefully we get this done today, and then in a few moments, gonna have what Luke suggested there, and maybe a little bit of oatmeal, and we're gonna go deer hunting. See if we can't
I think it's Venison Procurement Day, correct?
Today's Venison Procurement Day.
Well, good morning, day 2, hunting with Luke and Larry out at Larry's Lease near Sterling City, Texas, and well, I got a little video of about 6 bucks that were at the feeder right at daybreak. One real nice 10-point, and definitely a couple cull bucks perhaps, but I decided not to shoot because I want Larry to sit here tomorrow morning. Maybe that buck will show back up again. He was a dandy. They stuck around for a bit and fed, and then they meandered on, so I figured I'd let them all walk, and maybe tomorrow Larry can get on that guy. Whew. What a beautiful morning. All right, well, sit back, relax, and we're looking for some does, for sure. They're a little scarce this morning. It's been all bucks, but stay tuned. Maybe something will happen. Well, looks like we got a doe down. Right behind that cedar in front of us here. That's where she fell. She fell right behind that cedar, so we're going to sit in a blind and wait. But we're looking for does, so that's numero uno.
It's gotten really foggy. First thing this morning, there were 2 bucks underneath the feeder. Been there forever. Close to a management buck. I went back and forth trying to figure out whether or not to take him. Finally decided to let him pass. He was a nice buck, but he's just not what I'm looking for, and I'm being a little bit picky right now, particularly. He's still there. There he goes, walking away. I probably should have pulled the trigger, but I didn't. Did get a text that Jeff has got a doe down, which is perfect. Need to shoot several does, and also had a big 10-point that showed up there. That's what I'm looking for. I've got them hunting management bucks. Just got a text from Luke, and he said he had a lot of bucks around him, including one big 8-point that really needs to be taken there as well too. So, but he didn't get a shot. So hopefully this afternoon, gonna sit for a little bit longer and then go pick up Luke and meet up with Jeff and maybe make a few runs through the pasture and see if we can find a doe or two. He's got my turkey, but he just, the 2 deer I need to shoot. Wish I had Luke or Jeff here this morning again. That deer could certainly be taken as a management buck.
Let's go see what we can find this afternoon.
Let's do it.
We're after them. Time to go. Luke, you going with me?
All right, we're here back at Larry's lease, and Larry took Luke onto his blind, and I'm heading to a new blind. I'm going to hunt where Larry was hunting. He's seen several bucks there that are management bucks, and he's looking for a trophy. Of course, where I was sitting, we saw a trophy, so he's going to go sit where I sat. Anyway, it's going on 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to go put out a little more vineyard max where we're sitting tonight. Maybe one of those managements will show up and we'll get another deer in the ground. Really hoping Larry sees that big one and gets an opportunity at him, because it's a really good buck. But well, we got our vineyard max out. We are comfortably snug in the blind, and we got a couple hours till dark. 2.5 hours probably till dark, maybe 3. So we're going to sit here and just enjoy a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Larry's been seeing some nice management bucks coming into this feeder, so with any luck, we'll have them come in. I'm sure they'll come to that vineyard max, because that stuff's irresistible to deer. They love it. I mean, I had some out where I was hunting this morning. They come right to it. They prefer it over corn, I think. It's good stuff, folks. Vineyard Max, vineyardmax.net. Get their deer attracted. Man, this stuff works. Those deer are still out there. If that doe comes back, I'm gonna shoot her too. Let's just give her a minute here. That deer went down hard, so it's down and out. Oh, that other big buck just showed up. You're looking right at me. There he goes. Well, friends, we wrapped up our Venison Procurement operation here with Luke and Larry here at Larry's lease in West Texas near Sterling City, and looking to take out a few management bucks. This is one that Larry wanted out of here, so we took him, got a good shot on him. Was trying to get the doe that was with him. I really wanted to get the doe, but he was chasing a doe. It's kind of weird. It's post-rut. I'd never seen that before, but he was kind of messing with her. But there you have it. Luke and Larry are still in the blind. I just figure I'd come down with a little daylight left and check him out. He's a pretty deer. Pretty deer. Well, there was another 8-point that came in just after he did, and a nice buck. But this is one we decided we were going to try to go after, and it was a success. So this has been a heck of a lot of fun. We've been enjoying good meals here and at camp, and good fellowship, and just a heck of a lot of fun. And of course, we're bringing home some venison as well. So this has been a great adventure out here in our Sportsman's Life with Luke and Larry, and I guess I'll haul this guy back, and hopefully those boys will get on something tonight. So I saw a really big buck this morning, and I told Larry he needed to sit where I was sitting because he really needs to shoot that buck. It was a really good one. Couldn't get really much film on it. It was just the light was just way too low. But hopefully that one will come back. It didn't spook or anything, so I'd like to see Larry shoot that deer. But anyway, thank you, fella. Good looking deer. All right, let's get him back to camp.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American Built, American Strong, The YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, AGM Global Vision, your go-to for thermal hunting scopes and spotters, Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
Well, hello, sports fans. It's Bill Carey, the old man at Striper Express, with your fishing tip this week on Sportsman's Life. Well, good morning. We are at our boat dock, and I want to introduce you to Dan Bennett, one of our local biologists, and he's going to explain what we're doing. Great information. Dan?
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Good to see you. Yeah, we are been out this week just running our standard annual February striped bass sampling around the lake, and we partner with the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation to do that every year, and kind of helps give us some good idea what the striper population is doing from year to year. When we kind of compare those numbers together, look at our typical average catch rate in our gill nets every year.
That's cool. That's cool, guys. They get down that data. They tell us what's going on. It's really cool. And we are fortunate enough when they're running nets on this end of the lake, they bring us the catch. So we've got, you know what, great table fare. White, flaky, mild meat. So that's it for now. It's not much of a fishing tip, but it's an educational tip with Mr. Bennett. Now, look what we get from the biologist when they run the gill nets. Captain Tim is here, already starting to clean some of this good eating fish. And y'all remember Captain Tim, we filmed a dead sticking trip a couple weeks ago. So what you doing here?
Well, this is the product of the gill nets. They don't survive the gill nets, so it benefits us both. The field biologists or the fisheries biologists get to bring us these stripers, and we get the good eating stripers to take home. They caught these in about 10, 20 foot of water around the islands, and a little bit east and a little bit west of Mill Creek, just to give you an idea of what's out there.
Cool, awesome. So there you go, folks. Gill net surveys, how they collect data on what the population is. They put this fish is in its second alumni, 2 years, 27 inches long stuff, and they figure out that data and the health of the lake. So that's it for this week. We're gonna clean some fish, and now go catch a fish.
And eat some fish.
And eat some fish.
If you're looking for the best way to bring game to the table, check out Vineyard Max Deer Products at vineyardmax.net or find them on Instagram and Facebook.
He was standing right there, Larry. There was blood all over. There is no sign of that blood. That's yeah, but you wouldn't think that much. That little moisture would have.
Yeah.
But anyway, he jumped right over here.
Okay, there's meat with a little bit of bone right here.
You see that?
See it?
Still a little bit of bone.
Yeah.
You see the bone
Yep.
and a little.
Okay, so which way did he go?
Okay, he jumped right here.
Okay.
There's that rain has knocked it out, but he come right through here, right up through here. Well, you'll probably be able to see my tracks where I tracked him, right up through here. Ran the way that you're going to be going. That
All
way.
right. Well, let's all three spread out. Let's take a look. We know he went this direction,
There you
so
go.
let's do it. Think you put the world of hurt on him, my friend.
I'll tell you what, folks. It's the morning after. My buddy Jeff walked up on the deer. We've been looking for probably an hour. I hunted for him last night until dark. And as you can see, this country out here is just, you know, it's a lot of places a deer can hide. But a hunter, you owe it to yourself to find the deer. Try your very best to find the deer. And thanks to Jeff's persistency, I probably would have given up about 10 minutes ago. Well, Jeff walked up on the deer. And it's got some age on him. A management buck, if you will.
Oh yeah, that meat's still good. It was cool enough last night.
And he was hit about 3 inches high. And he ran, honestly, he didn't run over 150 yards or 200 yards max.
Yeah, if that, right.
You know, we vowed to call this real world outdoors, and that's this is the real world. We're going to salvage a lot of this meat because it was cold last night. I hit him. Some people call that no man's land. It's a little high, and it clipped a rib right there. It's a wonder that deer made it this far.
Yeah.
Well, we got him. I feel a whole lot better. No hunter wants to lose game.
Nope.
But we all owe it to the deer and our own selves to spend some time and try to find it. My buddy Jeff walked right up on this rascal after about 10 miles of walking.
Oh, nice
Thank
one.
you, Jeff.
You betcha, buddy. That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, let's get him back to the truck.
Let's do it.
I came back to when you guys went to go look for the deer to see where he was standing. Got right here, there's all kinds of tissue right here where it blew it out, but the bullet went through. Right there is where it went, hit that post. And then if you look up, all the hair here is where he hit.
Yep.
See the tissue right here? And then he fell over right there where Luke is.
Look at
But there's
hair.
tissue right here as well, too.
Sure is. Sure enough, look at that. Well, we kind of veered off because those deer went that way, as Luke said, but this one cut to the right.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
You know that cedar tree that we found a while ago? I said, I think he went to the left because those other deer ran to the left, but he might have went to the right. And he was only 125. And I did hit him just a little bit high. It clipped a rib.
Yeah.
It was about, I'd say about 5
I found
inches.
pieces of ribs, and I picked up all kinds of stuff right here where he was standing.
Good observation.
Just said, Larry, I'm so thrilled. I mean, I hate to lose game. Any hunter hates to lose game.
You got to go look, and that's
But
what
if
we
you
did
lose
this
it and you look for it and do your best, but this time it worked, and I'm happy.
I am too.
I stumbled
last
upon
night.
him, luckily.
Let's go look.
Let's
at
go
him.
pull him out.
I want to go see him.
To his left. Meat for the freezer. By that bush.
Tell us the story, Larry. What happened here?
It's last of the ninth. 2 strikes. Already hit 10 foul balls. No balls at all, kind of thing. And this buck came running by. Normally I try to film everything I possibly can, like we all do. And this buck came running by my blind. And over the years, I've had the opportunity to shoot a lot of running game. And that being the case, I felt very comfortable with the rifle, with the Mossberg and the stealth vision scope, and of course the Hornady ammo. And I hit him a little bit far back, and he started running in a different direction. And when he did, I hit him again, and he got out there about 300-400 yards, and I was able to put him down. But just no time. It was one of those things to where you got to make a decision now to make a shot if you're going to make one. And that's what I did.
That's it. That's
Nice. 11th hour. Beautiful.
Real world hunting.
It is.
That's what we like to say, because it was. I mean, he's a beautiful buck for here on where we're hunting out west of San Angelo in western Texas, and absolutely thrilled with him. And thrilled to have you guys down with us as well. Both of you guys ended up taking bucks as it worked out, and found Luke's this morning. So
Lots of fun, man.
life is good.
You
It
bet.
sure is. Well, thank you, Larry. We really appreciate you bringing us on down here and enjoying this wonderful, beautiful place. And
It's a pretty special place
it
when
really
you're
is.
down to it.
It's
So,
awesome.
Amazing.
Good camp food, camp cooking, venison for many more camp outs and fishing
What do
trips.
they call
right?
this? Venison
Venison
Procurement?
Procurement is what we were doing.
Yes,
So
That's the name of it, Venison Procurement. Well,
let's get this one loaded up, get back to
All
camp,
right.
take the cape off of them, and then we'll cut the meat up as well we need to. And,
There you go.
Unfortunately, hit on them out on the road.
that's it.
Beautiful.
See y'all next week.
Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke Intex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.